Welcome to another episode of Relationships in Real Estate, your favorite live weekly podcast. I'm your host, Chris Silva, and as always, I'm joined by my beautiful wife and true star of the show, Cori Silva.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Chris and I are the owners of Silva Realty, Silva Lending, Silva Property Management, and Happy Nest Holdings. With over 20 years in the real estate industry, we're here to share our knowledge, answer your burning questions, and connect with amazing people like you. Thank you for tuning in live today. We truly appreciate your support.
And before we dive in, we'd love your help to keep our podcast growing. Make sure to subscribe, download past episodes, and leave us a review. Your feedback means the world to us and will help us reach even more podcasting listeners just like you.
Now let's get started with another exciting episode of Relationships and Real Estate. We're so glad that you are here. Well, welcome to the second week of February, officially halfway through the month. How is everyone doing?
I know how I'm doing.
How you doing?
I feel like I'm coasting through February. It's a nice change of pace, yes.
Okay.
January, it was a little hustle and bustle. I feel like it was really jam-packed. The month that went on and on and on.
It was a long month.
It was a long month. But how do you feel about February?
So far, so good. Feel like I have a little bit of breathing room because, I think for everyone, January was a little stressful, anxious, busy, a lot going on. I just can't believe that we're already almost halfway through the month. It's a huge switch up from January.
It's nice.
I like it.
Nice change of
like
pace.
it. How about everyone else? It looks like Tanya's here with us. She said, hi, guys. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to you, too, Tanya. Thank you for always showing up and showing your support. We appreciate you.
Yes, Tanya is an OG. She is always with us, and we appreciate you so much for that.
Yes, thank you. Well, if you're catching us on the live show, it's Wednesday, and we're in the middle of another storm. That's right. It's raining, and it's supposed to run all the way through Friday. How do you feel about all of this rain?
I mean, right off the bat, I was like, it's raining. I was supposed to go to the valley today. I had to reschedule that.
You didn't want to deal with it, huh?
I just, you know how people are, right? It's just, can we get rid of the drivers and the traffic during the rain in LA?
It's like people lose their minds. They don't know how to drive in the rain. It's just water.
But you know what it is they should change the way they drive when it's raining, but they don't. So they're still speeding, trying to cut everybody off on the road, and they hydroplane because of the oil that's slick on the road, and then they cause accidents, So besides that, if you don't have to drive too far, I love the rain.
It's beautiful. It's a nice switch up. I think we all need a little bit of rain, make everything nice and fresh and green.
Absolutely. Rain always means life to me, right? That's what I look at. I enjoy it. I love it when it rains here. But I think if I was like in Seattle, Washington, where it rained all the time, then I wouldn't love it so much.
No. And also there's a lot of concerns right now with too much rain because of the potential mudslides that will be coming. Have you been hearing about this?
Yes. And it's in a lot of areas that had fire damage. Correct?
I know, it's terrible. So hopefully we get not too much of it, just enough, right? Not to cause too much damage.
Yeah.
More damage that there already is.
Yeah, but I'm hoping it also, saturates our ground so then no more fires this year.
For sure.
That would be amazing.
Well, speaking of Friday, because, it's going to rain all the way through Friday. That's right. It's Valentine's Day. It's Chris's favorite holiday. He just loves that day. Don't you?
Love it.
What did you get me?
Oh, it's just you wait. It's a big surprise.
It's a surprise for you, too, because you didn't give me shit. You didn't get nothing, did you?
We'll see.
Yeah, uh-huh.
We'll
I
see.
know you didn't.
There's still time.
Mm-hmm. That's okay. I don't need anything.
You're
the gift.
That keeps giving every day.
All the time.
Well, you know what? Women are so independent now, right? Like, it's all about women empowerment. Like, what did you get me for Valentine's Day? That's what I really want to know.
What did I get you?
Yeah.
Not a damn thing.
Okay.
If you're lucky, I'll give you a little back rub.
Oh, I would love it.
See, a little foot rub. You'll be all happy. There you go. See?
Yeah.
I wanted to surprise you, but you just went ahead and ruined your surprise.
You should just surprise yourself right now, girl. Get out of here with that. If we could, the problem is if we do a foot rub and a back rub, I'd have to go first. I'll go first and I'll give you one because if you give me one first, I'm gonna fall asleep and then.
Oh, for sure you will.
Yeah, then you're not getting nothing.
I'm not trying to rub you after I get all relaxed. I'll give you a foot rub and a back rub one day, and you'll give me one the next day. How about that?
Oh, love it.
There you go.
Sold.
Problem solved.
Sold.
We got our
first.
we got our Valentine's Day gifts already lined up for each other.
There you go. And
right.
Guess what, everybody? You're out there shopping, looking for that Valentine's Day gift. This one's free.
Yes, and you don't need to go buy anything.
And it means a lot more.
That's true.
Yes. I'm going to go first, though. I'll give you the rubs first because, I might not be in the mood the next day to rub you. I just want to get it. Let's do it first. I want to knock it out, put the work in, and then I'll receive after.
Okay. Well, there you go. Well, it looks like Tanya left us a few comments. She said, "You're welcome." And I love the rain when I'm not driving. And she's cracking up, I think, because of the gift conversation we just had. So I'm wondering, are you planning a trip anywhere for Valentine's Day? Do we have any big plans about that or no?
There's so many trips planned. They're up in the air, but I don't know.
For Valentine's Day, you have a lot planned up in the air?
Tons. I just don't know if any of it's going to pan out.
We better get on it. Everything's booked up.
I don't like doing anything during holiday weekends.
I don't either. And this weekend's going to be a long one. It's got 4 days. So I know a lot of people are planning on going out of town, but oh my goodness.
Everybody's going to be there. Everybody's going to be on the road.
Everyone's going to be on the road doing things. Oh my goodness. Well, what do you and your loved ones have planned for Valentine's Day? Leave us a comment and let us know what you have coming up. I would love to hear about it.
I want to hear, are you the couple that loves to go out to dinner for Valentine's Day in a movie? Or are you the couple that likes to stay home because it's too busy out there? Mm-hmm. I mean, they're definitely different types, right?
Right.
I think when we were younger, we felt like we had to let's go
It's
do
almost
something.
like they program you like you have to do that. Otherwise, you're not a good girlfriend or boyfriend, right?
Right.
Because you didn't take you out somewhere, or you didn't get me enough roses, or you didn't get that cute little bear that came with the roses.
The bear with the little stick holding the heart. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, the little heart balloon,
The little heart balloon, yeah.
Oh no, I used to work in the flower shop, and you did not have the proper flower arrangement unless you got a Mylar balloon to go with it, or one of those big old, excessively huge balloons to go with it.
What about that terrible candy that says "I love you"?
Nobody likes that.
What is that? What candy
Russell
is
Stover. Blech. Who likes that? It's just disgusting.
I wonder how
I think you got me one of those, and I left it in the plastic just for several years and just had it there sitting on my nightstand oh, he loves me. He got me some Russell Stovers.
It's the stuff you do when you're a kid, right?
You don't know any better.
You just want to just want you to know that I was thinking about you. Right?
I know, that's
I put the
so
thought
sweet.
in there. Yeah, that's so funny. Yeah, all the things that you do. And then I think it just takes a couple Valentine's days that we go out and we try to get a reservation somewhere and you got to wait in line for an hour or 2 hours. And you're like, you know what? I'm not doing this
I think
again.
once you have kids, you're like, nope, this is not the business. I'm not doing that. I'm going to stay home, maybe order in or just make something at home. It's good.
Order in. We can order in so you don't have to cook.
Okay. Let's get some of that Persian grill up the street. That place is
Done
good.
and
It is
done.
so good. Everybody likes it in our house.
Yeah, do not sleep. What's the name of that place?
Persian Grill. I
That's
just
it?
said the name
All right,
of
so
it.
Persian Grill, the owners used to be on Main Street in U-Haul for years, right? And they went ahead and then they opened up the burger joint, Slater's 50/50 over by the mall. Unfortunately for them, COVID happened.
Right.
They ended up closing shop, right? Because the rent there is crazy too at the mall.
Of course.
So now fast forward to present day, they are now off of Lions. It looks like an office building.
Right.
But they have a little hole in the wall there. And the food is just as good as it used to be on Main Street.
It's delicious. You got to go check them
It's
out.
the spot. If you guys don't
They have
know,
good lunch specials too.
yeah, it's you don't have to go to the Valley anymore to get good Persian food. It's right here in U-Haul. Love that place. Yeah, girl, we're having that for Friday. Done.
About to do it today for lunch too. Well, Tanya said we are not doing anything except for family dinner, which is always amazing. Oh yeah, girl. What you bringing, girl? What you gonna bring on family dinner? Make something yummy like you usually make. She has some really good dishes.
Yeah.
And she was holding out for a while. Just surprised us with some bomb rice one day. I don't know what she was holding back on us
She
for.
got more up her sleeve, I'm sure.
I know. Well, we'll have to start planning what we're gonna make. Well, if you were alive this Sunday, it would be hard to miss that it was Super Bowl Sunday. Who watched the Super Bowl?
Me.
I mean, I was working and I watched the halftime show. That was it.
I had it on the whole time. So every year we do this at our house because we stream at our house. We haven't had cable in like 13, 14 years, however long. And every year it's a nightmare to like stream. Like it's a
You
problem.
actually had it on before it started.
You got to sign up somewhere. You're trying to figure out how to do it. It's not working. Oh, what was the password to whatever, right? Paramount Plus, Peacock.
Plus.
It's a nightmare every single Super Bowl, except this year it was Tubi or Fubi. I don't know what it is. It's one of those like free channels, right?
You were able to watch it seamlessly.
It was awesome. And
it didn't freeze up either?
Froze up a couple times.
Okay.
I'm not worried about that. What was so cool about it was you had to sign up. So I had to sign up again.
Oh, great.
All you had to do was give them your email address so they could start, spamming you.
Right.
But that's it. I didn't have to put any other information in.
That's good.
No password, nothing. Just email address. Boom. The game came right on.
Awesome. So did your team win? And how about you all? Did your team win?
Now, please, I just know, I know two Philadelphia fans, like OG Philadelphia fans that I known for a long time, right? Yoni Ovadia out there. He's been a Philadelphia fan since we were kids.
Okay.
And Frank Martinez from Braveheart Termite.
Okay.
Huge Philly fan. I don't want to see none of you other fake fans start wearing your Philly stuff, act like you've been a fan for 20 years. Because that's what happened with the Chiefs, right? You cannot tell me 10 years ago there was a ton of Chiefs fans because I never met one. All of a sudden they win a Super Bowl, everybody's a Chiefs fan, right?
Everyone's burning their jerseys now, huh? About to get the Philly jerseys?
Nah, I don't know about all that. But what I can say is my team didn't win because my team hasn't been to a playoff game in who knows how long. I'm a Raider fan.
Who knows when they're going to be there
or when they'll be back. There's always optimism every year. I'm optimistic about next season. But I said, I don't want Philly to win. I want them to destroy Kansas City. And destroy them they did.
Look at you. You got your wishes. Your wishes came true. So it was fun watching them get their butts whooped.
Oh, it was so much fun. Seeing Patrick Mahomes run for his life, got sacked 6 times, threw a pick 6, which means he threw it to the other team and they scored a touchdown.
Right.
Then he threw another interception like on the 10-yard line. So he gave up 14 points all by himself. It was so nice to just see him choke. I loved it. I loved every second of it.
Jeez.
Yeah. And what was so cool was Santino was rooting for the Eagles too. Santino and Nola aren't really big sports fans. They could care less about sports. But Santino's teacher was rooting for Kansas City, so he had to root for the Eagles.
He's funny. He's too much.
So it was cool to have him rooting. Yeah, getting all excited. It's cool to see him get excited about sports.
Yeah. Well, what was more entertaining for you all? Was it the game or the halftime show? Because, listen, I was working, but I had to see the halftime show because it was hyped up. I mean, those are two of my favorite artists, so I was super excited to be able to watch it. And I'm curious, who found that more entertaining than the game? I think it's probably neck and neck for football, lovers. The game was entertaining because the other team was getting whooped on. But man, that halftime show?
Well, all right. Well, let's talk about it. What did you think about K-Dot's performance?
It was awesome. So amazing. He's so talented. Like there's always meaning behind what he always has something to say, right? And then he shows it through his visuals too. Like, just amazing. I just love Kendrick Lamar.
All right, but just give me like one or two amazing parts of the halftime show.
What do you mean?
He did. One or two things that
everybody watched it. What do you want me to tell him?
Well, because I believe that not everybody's agreeing with your opinion.
Well, and that's fine.
I've seen a ton of stuff.
I think it's because people don't know his lyrics. I think if they stopped and listened to his lyrics or read them, you would know that he has a message, right? So he's always talking about injustices, and he's talking about a bunch of different things like America, right? So he has this flag out there and he has like all his dancers and it's like, wow, he's showing like America and how it could be divided. So you go down the flag and it's like starting to move, right? That was one thing. And all of his dancers were African-American, right? How America's built on the backs of African-American people. It's just so much symbolism in there. Then he had references. Of course, he did the whole "not like us." So he brought up the whole thing with his beef with Drake, which that is always entertaining. Like when we went to Vegas for that Lovers and Friends, we just sat there and listened to those, the battle tracks going back and forth. So that's always cool to watch. And I think that's where a lot of like younger kids know this song because they go to these games and they're always playing that song, the Not Like Us, if you haven't heard that song. So I don't know, there was that. And then I was just so much stuff. Like he had this whole reference to playing the game of life, right? So he had like his Sony PlayStation. They had, if you looked at it like overview, it looked like a gamer type thing. And it was just referencing life and how it's a game and all this stuff. There's just so much like that you could unpack from his performance. I mean, I'm not here to sit here and analyze it. I liked it. And you're over here taking me to a whole nother level.
I just asked to pick out two things, girl. You gave me the whole rundown, which I appreciate.
It wasn't the whole rundown, but you're like putting me on the spot. I wasn't expecting to have to dissect it for you.
Well, this is the first time I heard all of this, which I love that you're so passionate about it. Because on the flip side of that coin, I saw, I was watching videos. There were so many posts after the game.
Right.
Specific about the halftime show.
Right.
And there was all these like, Midwest families or whatever, and they're just watching it, and it's like complete blank face just watching the halftime show, not vibing whatsoever.
I think because they don't know Kendrick Lamar. Like, I think if people would open their mind and like do their little research and hear what he's talking about, they might appreciate that he's a true artist.
I think also and this has always been true, and you could see it by past. Now it's downloads, but before when we were growing up, it was record sales.
Right.
West Coast music is really for the West Coast.
Right.
Even though they make the music for everybody, we don't get the same love on the East Coast as you do on the West Coast for West Coast music. Mm-hmm. East Coast music gets love here too. Mm-hmm. But like West Coast doesn't get love all over the country.
Right.
And I think that's he's so West Coast. And I think that's another reason why a lot of people don't know of him, right?
No, I think a lot of people know of him though. Didn't the guy just win how many Grammys? That's just not on the West Coast though, right?
That's true. He did win a bunch of Grammys, but a lot of people weren't vibing to the halftime show. And
that's fine. I was. And SZA came out. I love SZA. She has something to say too. She writes all her own music and I love her as an artist. And Nola even loves SZA. She's always like, Mom, can you please play Saturn? Don't worry, everyone. Don't judge me. I'm not playing Kill Bill for her or, some of the more inappropriate songs for an 8-year-old, but she does love Saturn. So she was jamming.
And I wonder how many people understood why it was such a big deal that Serena Williams was there.
I mean, Serena's from Compton. So I was like, it's all West Coast, right? And she was out there dancing and there was some controversy with her dance when she was at Wimbledon because she did the sea walk, right?
That was like 13 years ago.
Yeah. So she just brought it back out. And so it's like, okay, let's go ahead. Other things that came out later, which I didn't even know that she was an ex-girlfriend of Drake. Like, who cares? That's a non-issue. But apparently that's a big issue too.
Which is so funny, right? Because Kendrick is such a troll, right? In a good way. I think it's hilarious. Like,
I think
he's already killed Drake. He killed Drake in this battle, and he's still just beating up on a dead corpse, just like rubbing his face in it. He brings out his ex-girlfriend. She walks on the ex. Yeah. That was awesome.
I mean, I don't even think like maybe he wouldn't have kept going at it if there wasn't this lawsuit that the guy brought out. Like the epitome of like everything he says Drake is. Like, how does he go and like sue him and his own record company because he dissed him on all these tracks? It's just so funny to me.
Like that would never happen when we were growing up. When we were growing up, it was Tupac and Biggie, right?
Oh gosh, we saw where that went.
And everybody remembers, I'm not going to talk about the lyrics, but everybody remembers how Tupac went in on Biggie and what he said he did, right?
Right.
And can you imagine back then in the 90s, if Notorious Big sued Tupac for using the lyrics that he used? He would lose all credibility. Street cred.
Any cred.
Nobody would buy his records anymore.
I can't believe people buy Drake's records.
Who buys Drake's records?
I'm so annoyed when I'm in Orange Theory and Drake comes on. Let me just put that out there. Anyone who is in Orange Theory and watches this, please don't play him anymore. I can't. I just cannot.
Yeah, but so if you guys don't know this, Drake is suing his record label, which is Sony. And I think it's Kendrick's record label too, because I think Interscope is part of Sony, owned by Sony.
Oh, I don't know.
Anyhow, and he's suing Sony because of the diss record, right? And, you know, again, K-Dot being a genius, his line, the big line that he's suing him about is certified playboy, certified pedophile.
I don't know.
Something like that. But he basically calls him a pedophile because he hooks up with all these young girls, right? 18, whatever, allegedly, I don't know. But anyhow, he just murdered him on that. If you beat somebody so bad in a battle that they sue you.
Did you see though, like, okay, so the game controller, they were tying it to being Sony, like a Sony PlayStation controller. So,
and at the end it said game over in the audience.
I know. And it's talking about wanting
So
to sue
much.
him. Anyways, it was so good. And if you didn't like it, then oh well, there's always next year. Maybe you'll like the halftime show next year.
I liked it.
No, I'm saying people in general.
I
if they
liked
didn't
it.
like
I just wanted to play devil's advocate a little bit.
Yeah, no, I liked
to hear
it.
another point of view. But speaking of Drake, he has a new album coming out for
Why
Valentine's
would you even
Day.
put that on this show? Nobody
And-
cares.
You know what? I think I just figured out what I'm getting you for Valentine's Day.
What is that?
Drake album. No, I'm kidding.
You need to go somewhere with that. I don't need to hear none of
We
that.
bumping it all weekend, girl.
Who are you?
I'm totally kidding. Drake gets
Things
no
going
play.
right in the trash.
You know what's so funny is you guys know, like on any kind of streaming that you do, thumbs up, thumbs down if you don't like a song.
Right.
And you can start fixing your algorithm to play the songs that you like. So right after we drove back from Vegas and we're hearing the back and forth, the beef, we immediately jumped on K-Dot's side. We're like, he killed it. This is it.
Amazing.
It's over. And ever since that, then any Drake song that comes on, thumbs down. I don't want to hear Drake at all on my radio. I don't want to hear him on my phone. I don't want to hear him in the car. I don't want Alexa playing him.
I don't want to hear him
I
at
don't want
Orange
Google
Theory
playing
while I'm
him.
working out.
I don't want to hear him anywhere. And that is the definition of killing somebody on a rap battle.
Yes.
When people like us don't even want to hear that other person ever again on the radio.
That's what Kendrick did. He brought everyone together. There you go.
Love Kendrick.
Well, Men of Tomorrow meeting. So Chris went to that yesterday. And do you want to talk about a little bit about how it went?
Yes. Okay. So if anybody doesn't know what Men of Tomorrow is, it is a group that we have at Golden Valley for juniors and seniors that maybe are looking for a little bit of guidance.
Okay.
Right. And these are our men of tomorrow, right? They're the future. So I love that program. What we're really trying to do is give these kids options outside of high school. Not everybody's going to go to college. College isn't for everybody. Whether I know people preach that in the United States, like you got to go to college. The truth is it's not for everybody. So we had a representative from the Carpenters Union come out and talk to these men, a young lady, by the way,
Nice.
which I thought was awesome.
Yes.
Because she went through it herself.
Right.
And just really quick on this, if you are getting ready to graduate high school, if you have already graduated, or let's say you're 35 years or younger and you don't know what you want to do with yourself, right? And you're just kind of still wandering around and don't really have much going on, there's a 6-month program at COC, College of the Canyons. It's specifically for Carpenters Union, to join the Carpenters Union. That you get certifications there that you wouldn't get anywhere else, right? That you can get right away.
Okay.
And it makes it easier for you to get hired by the Carpenters Union. And as we all know, there's a housing shortage already.
Right.
On top of that, we had fires happen.
Right.
A lot of homes were destroyed.
Correct.
They have work for like 20, 30 years.
Wow.
So if you're looking for a career, the starting pay is $20 an hour, full medical, full dental. You get raises every 6 months on average. We're not talking about 50-cent raises that they're giving you at the grocery store or something. Right. We're talking about $4 an hour raises.
Wow, that's huge.
That's huge. The average pay after the first year is about $50K. After 2 years, it's about $80K. And after 3 years, it's about $100,000. Where else can you go work somewhere for 3 years, make $100,000 a year with just a high school diploma?
Not many places.
Yeah, so
Jump on these opportunities.
it's such a great opportunity. I'm excited. As soon as I got home, I was so excited about it. I'm like, who do we know that this would be perfect for?
Yes.
So we're going to be telling some of our friends' kids and maybe our niece.
Yes.
And, just a couple different people about this great opportunity, because it really is.
I mean, that's kind of a no-brainer. And even if you want to like be a business owner in the future and it's along the lines of like building homes or like doing something in that line of work, what a great opportunity to get started here, right?
Absolutely.
To gain all of that knowledge and then be on your way.
It's going to become a lost art, you guys. People working with their hands, it's becoming a lost art already.
Yes.
To have that, you're going to be able to command so much money later.
Right.
To have those skills.
Have that skill.
It's a good opportunity out there.
Well, this past this past Friday, we had International Night at Pico Canyon, and it was so much fun. It was packed there. You could not even move. We're like shoulder to shoulder. The performances were amazing. All these little kids got up. I mean, one of our friend's daughters did a solo, and she did amazing. She did it in Spanish. And her voice was beautiful. And the whole crowd was cheering, like roaring for her. There was probably about, 7 different performances? 7
Something
or 8.
like that.
And I just love International Night because everyone gets together. Everyone from different cultures unite and support each other. And you go there and there isn't like a sour look on anyone's face. Everyone's having such a great time. There's food everywhere. It's like, oh, did you try this? It's so good. And it's just such a fun night. And the kids love it too, because they get to see their friends up there performing.
And look, they get to learn about each other's cultures, right? And they're learning it from a kid's point of view, which is amazing. And kids take pride in being different, which is also awesome. And, the parents are all there, and it's really like the United Nations up in there.
It really is. I love too how they're they bring their extended family. Like I saw so many grandmas and grandpas sitting in the audience, like they saved chairs for them and just having a great time. It was so much fun.
It was a lot of fun. Do you guys have International Night at your school? Is it something that you guys have thought about doing? I'd love to hear about it.
Yeah. Share with us, please. It was the 15th year that we've had International Night at Pico Canyon. And the founder of it, she is moving on because her 4th child is graduating this year. So there's going to have to be someone to chair International Night. I wonder who it's going to be.
I don't know. I know who it's not going to be.
I don't have all that knowledge and the time to put into it.
It's really just putting on
those are some really
event.
That's some really big shoes to fill, though.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, my goodness. She's done an amazing job. So.
Amazing.
Last name is Jackson's, right? That's
yes. I don't know Miss Jackson.
Mrs. Jackson's
I don't know her first name, but her husband Leonard also runs All Pro Dads.
Yes.
So that family's so involved. Power couple.
Yes. Thank you for all you do for Pico Canyon. We love it. Well, Orange Theory journey. How is it going, babe? How do you like this Orange Theory life?
You know what? I didn't really like it much until today. So, look,
it's so funny at Orange Theory. Everyone's encouraging him. It's so sweet. You have like some of the coaches are like, "Oh, how's it going?" Or some of the other members are like, "How are you liking it?" And Chris is just like, "I'm not. I'm just here." Like he's all mad about it.
I'm like, I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. Look, I'm not used to doing these exercises. Like, there's a lot of glutes and hamstrings and legs and thighs and stuff that you're working
all
on,
the
and
things
core.
I need to work on. Yep.
All stuff that I've never really worked on.
Right.
So nobody likes to be sore for 5 days where you can't even sit on a toilet because you're
5 days. Dang.
That's how it was after the first workout.
You went hard, huh?
The first workout was tough. But I'm realizing that if I want to get my back stronger, my back better, I got to focus on the core.
Right.
So, I'm enjoying it. Today was a good workout. I mean, I don't know if you guys, any Orange Theory people out there, but, I take pride in my splat points, right? Take pride in my splat points. So,
he's always trying to compete with people. I want to get the most splat points up there. I'm like, listen, this is a competition with yourself. Nobody else. Nobody else is looking at your splat points, babe. Nobody cares. They're just trying to survive.
I know there's a few people looking at my splat points today. So I had not 10, not 20, not even 30. I had 40 splat points today.
And
Like,
he was still breathing at the end.
40 splat points? I was like, this thing must be broken.
No, it's because you have 4 pieces of pizza and ice cream yesterday.
I think that's what the secret is, right?
Your heart was like, oh Lord, what's going on right now?
The secret to getting all these splat points
Oh no.
is you got to just eat junk the night before.
No, that is not the
and
secret.
then your heart is just trying its best to work and live in there. It's just trying to beat. And then miraculously you get all these splat points because I think that's what happened to me today.
Oh my gosh, you are way too much. You are so too much. So Valeria's cracking up because Valeria goes to Orange Theory also, and she's cracking up about your splat points.
So guess what though? I'm pretty proud of this, right? So I did a weigh-in for myself. I just did it in our bathroom. Before I started Orange Theory, I weighed 185 pounds, you guys. I've been doing Orange Theory now for what, 2.5 weeks? 3 weeks?
3 weeks, 2 times a week.
The end of this week will be 3 weeks, right? Friday.
Right.
Friday's going to be 3 weeks. Does anybody want to take a guess out there about how much I weigh now? I started at 185. I've been to about 5 classes. How much do you think I weigh right now?
Yes, this is a true question. So, this is
Take
a
a
good
wild
one.
guess.
I'm thinking you weigh like 175,
A little bit more than that.
180.
A little more.
Did you gain? You gained.
Yeah, I weigh 187. So
Oh, you're gaining muscle.
I guess maybe
That's like the ongoing thing. Whenever like one of us are like comparing, like we know we've been working really hard. We're like, oh, but I gained. We're like, it's okay, girl. You're just gaining muscle. It's all good.
I've never had a butt muscle before. I think I might be getting a little glute muscles.
Yeah. You're all flexing.
Pop it.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
no, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
You
But I
guys.
put on 2 pounds though.
We were doing these jump squats today, and I'm sure you were working those glutes. He felt like his legs were going to give out afterwards.
Does anybody else check themselves out when they're working out at Orange Theory in the mirror?
Everybody does.
I was checking myself out. I was like, look at you fly, boy. When I was doing the jump squats,
You
felt like
called
a-
yourself boy.
I felt like an eagle. I was just jumping, popping. It was good.
You were getting your eagle on? You dropped down and got your eagle on? Oh, wow. Wow.
Oh, man.
You need to do a video for Orange Theory.
You know what's funny too is I do my best. I promise you, I am not trying to look at anybody else. I'm just like focused on myself. The only time I look at other people is when I'm not really good with hand-eye coordination. And it takes me a while to do like when it's like some kind of routine, like a movement.
He doesn't know how to switch it up.
My brain cannot compute right away. So then I just naturally look at whoever's next to me to see what they're doing, right?
Sometimes they ain't doing it right.
Have you guys ever seen those Planet Fitness videos? Do you know what I'm talking about? Planet.
Oh, where the lady like puts her foot in like a thing and she ends up upside down.
Yeah, they're
hanging
doing
off
all
of
these
something.
weird things on the machines. So
That doesn't happen at Orange Theory, does it?
So today, I was doing the jump squats,
Oh, I know where he's going with this.
and this one gentleman was doing these jump squats. I don't know I think he had like a pretend pole in the air
He was trying to get up really high.
because he was like holding on to the pole and then coming down off the. It was the weirdest thing. He was like a genie in a bottle. But anyhow,
he was doing that all for you.
you go,
It's
boy.
all for you.
You go, boy.
Oh my goodness. Well, my looks like Tanya said, OMG, Chris, she's cracking up at you. My mom is here with us. She said, hi, honeys. Hi, Mama. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate having you on the show. And then Valeria said, I hope you become a member, 10 pounds lighter. Well, he's a member now, girl. Yeah,
I'm a
he's
member.
signed up. So it's official.
Yeah, it is. So who else? Has anybody else out there besides Valeria, because I know Valeria is a true blue, done Orange Theory? Because
Or are you on a fitness journey? Let us know and leave us a comment because we would love to hear about it. You know, I'm not sure if you guys caught it, but toward the end of the year, I won a raffle for an unlimited membership for 1 month for a friend who was a non-member. And let me just tell you, Orange Theory came through for my girl Dina because she used up her 1 month free. And how sweet was it when she showed up the day to start it off? They had a sign for her and everything that said, welcome, Dina.
that's pretty awesome.
I know. So they're treating her really well. And let me just tell you, Orange Theory keeps it very interesting with all of their challenges. I always sign up for them, not so much because I want to win things, but so
She wants to win.
Of course I want to win. But the main reason is so I'm held accountable. And this challenge, they've been doing raffles every week, and I won another raffle. Okay. I won 5 sessions to cryotherapy at Mend, which is huge. That's like probably over $200. Then I won again last week.
What'd you win last week?
Some Hanu coffee, some chai tea. It was so good. I had it yesterday. So I just keep winning.
This girl's a winner.
Yeah. I'm going to win again this week. I'm putting it in the universe.
Yeah, so
Just
if
saying.
anybody wants some more information on Orange Theory, hit up your girl Cori. And if any guys are out there and
They have specials this month too for Valentine's. Yes, for the month of February, you get like, I think half off and a free heart rate monitor.
and there's like a Valentine's Day thing, right? For like $12.
Yes, that's tomorrow. I'm not going to that though. 3 is enough this week for me. Like going to another workout.
If somebody needs some guidance on some cardio, they need to work on their core, I think Orange Theory is perfect for that.
Oh, I love it. Well, my mom is laughing at you, and Valeria said, girl, you've been winning raffles left and right. I sure have been. I deserve it. I need some more too. And she said, leave something for me. Girl, they do 5 a week.
That's awesome.
There's other chances. I didn't take them.
Now, you know what else we do every single week?
What?
Family dinner.
Yes, and it never disappoints. As usual, we got down in the kitchen, and let me tell you, oh my gosh, Jocelyn makes this green salsa that is so amazing.
She could jar that and sell it.
Oh my gosh.
It makes everything better.
Every week I'm like, Jocelyn, can you make that salsa? Because then I want to use it throughout the week. So I have it with my breakfast. I have it with my lunch. I have it with my dinner, like every day after that.
It's so funny because
it's so good.
Yeah, we had you guys made tacos, ladies made tacos, and then the next day we had like eggs and whatnot, and threw the salsa on there.
I made chilaquiles.
Chilaquiles. Threw some of that on there. Lunch, I forgot what we had. I think I had leftover tacos. Threw some more sauce on there. I've been having it every day of the week.
So good.
So good.
And as we're cooking, the guys get to chill, watch UFC, have a good old time.
You sound pretty upset about it.
I ain't upset. I'm just saying.
I mean, work hard all week. You just want to be able to enjoy one little event, enjoy each other's company. There's too many. Look, there could be too many chefs in the kitchen.
That is the truth. I don't want someone hovering over me while I'm trying to cook.
Yeah, what are we going to do in there?
Breathing down my neck.
What are we going to do in there? We're not going to help. We're just going to be in the way.
Like
so it's better we just step out of the
I'm making
kitchen.
a charcuterie board and you're just standing right there grabbing the food as I put it out. Like, let me make my board and then you could eat it.
Okay, I'm guilty
and
of that.
let me get a picture first.
I've done that. I've done that before. Those charcuterie boards are so good.
I know.
Love them.
Saying.
You know what else was cool? So if you guys watched the show a few weeks back, our brother won a classic truck in a raffle.
Yes,
Talk
for $10.
winning. A $10 raffle. He wins a $50,000 classic truck.
It's awesome.
And an additional $10,000 to pay for the taxes.
Wow.
So he drove it here.
Right. But our last show we're talking about, he didn't know how to drive stick shift. So that was pretty interesting that he drove it all the way over here. He said he was a little scared coming up the hill.
Yeah, we live on a pretty steep hill. And so I was like, cool, you want to go? Let's go drive it.
Right.
I wanted to drive it. I haven't driven a stick shift in like 10 years. Maybe more. I don't remember the last time I drove a stick.
No, longer than that. Santino's 10 years old, babe.
Oh, yeah, more than 10.
Like 25.
Has it been that long?
You old.
Wow. Okay.
Old.
Yeah, because we never really had a stick shift that we bought, right?
I mean, I had mine.
No, I'm saying together as a couple. We've never bought a stick shifter.
No.
Yeah. So it's been a long time since I drove a stick shift.
Yes.
But you know what? It's like riding a bike, girl. I mean,
no, you stalled, didn't you?
No.
Oh, I thought you did.
I made it. I thought I stalled, actually.
Oh, okay.
And then the car was still on because I still had my foot on the clutch. So we were good.
Oh, you all right?
But it was so much fun to drive. I drove it down Pico, up Poe Canyon. And, man, like riding a bike. So I had a lot of fun with it, but I couldn't drive a stick every day. It's too much work. It's a lot of work.
It is a lot. And if you have that big old truck and you're sitting in traffic, nope, that's not fun.
Or remember back in the day when we used to be on a hill?
The worst is if you'd go to City Walk. I would dread going to City Walk. I'm like, no. A friend would be like, let's go to City Walk. I'm like, I don't want to be on that hill with the stick shift. You roll back a little and just like gun it. Hopefully you don't hit nobody.
You're just hoping you don't hit nobody.
Oh, it's horrible.
But you had to play around with it where you're going up and down so people know you have a stick.
Yeah,
so
like back up. Don't get too close to me.
Yeah. Because you know whose fault it is?
The person behind you.
The person behind you.
Don't be on my butt.
Get off my butt. Yeah.
Sheesh. Oh, my goodness. Well, speaking of sheesh, how about this Oxnard project we got going on? Is this a money pit or paid education?
Yes and yes. It is a money pit. I feel like every time I go there, I just spend thousands and thousands of dollars.
There's always a new challenge.
But every time you go there, I spend like tens of thousands of dollars. So
what?
If I don't have to keep you, if I can keep you away from that place. No, I'm just kidding.
Are you for real?
No,
I'll probably save you tens of thousands of dollars when I read these contracts and call people out.
There you go.
Don't you be throwing me under no buses.
I'm totally kidding.
Yeah, you can't kid like that. This is a sore subject.
Wow, you're really touchy about this. I think I struck a chord. And it's probably
A minor.
No. We still can't get enough of that.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, no, this is just a bit much, this project. But you know what? We're always looking for the silver lining. And in this case, we are looking at it as a learning experience, right?
Yes, always 100%. There's like you said, there's always a silver lining. In any situation, there's always a positive way to look at it.
Right.
I don't care what
put a spin on it.
I don't care what it is, right?
Right.
You could give me the worst situation, I could put a positive spin on it. So with this one, I'm like, you know what? I've always said this since I was a kid. I think Rob was the first one to tell me this when we were like 10. Education costs money.
Yes.
And you got to pay for education. And
right.
For us, I'm learning so much on the construction side.
Right.
You know, we've done little projects, plenty of little projects, right?
Right.
We did a flip earlier last year, right? Mm-hmm. But tearing down retaining wall, load bearing walls.
Support wall, yeah.
You know, doing all new construction windows, like all the stuff that it's entailed.
Adding an ADU. Fixing a pool that has issues.
A pool from 1960. Having a gate that's fallen over.
Replacing a fence, learning which woods are appropriate for the area, then finding out said woods are too expensive.
Right. So
I know everything about fences now, y'all. I'm a fence expert.
Cori knows all the materials.
I know about these windows, everything.
Everything. And what I love about this, because we soak this knowledge up, and what do we do with it? We give it back to you guys.
Yes.
To our clients. Because when I go through a home inspection and or I'm showing property, I'm educating our buyer on exactly what that house is going to cost them after they buy it to bring it up to par.
I think a lot of times people don't really know how much big issues could be, how much they could cost. So yeah, they throw an estimate out there. Yeah, you could look it up on Perplexity or Google, but until you're actually in it, you really don't know how much these things are going to cost. There's so many things that could come up that come along with it.
Yeah, so this house, to give you an example, you guys, stuff that we were not counting on doing in this house right away. We weren't counting on doing windows, 20 grand. We weren't counting on doing the fence, 20 grand. We weren't counting on doing the sewer.
Yeah, that's true.
20 grand.
Was the sewer 20 grand?
I mean, it was part of it. Yes.
Part of it.
It was like 20 grand.
We thought the pool was okay.
20 grand.
I was like, that's the golden price now, like 20 grand.
Everything's 20 grand. And I'm like, all right, so that's $80,000 that we weren't planning on spending in this house.
Right.
It's an investment.
Right.
You know, we've had the house that we live in for 17 years. We're going to have Oxnard probably a long time.
Right.
Right. So I have to keep reminding myself of that because I'm like, it's an investment. We're just putting the money into this house as an investment.
I feel like Tom Hanks, though, in that movie. You remember it?
Yes, I do.
He fell through the ceiling.
And you know what? As many problems as this house has had, and the fact that me and you don't get in blowout fights over it,
yes,
says a lot about us, our relationship.
You have to keep calm.
I just love that we're always on the same page. It just, obviously I was joking with you earlier about you cost tens of thousands of dollars every time you go out there. I was joking just because you'll catch stuff that I don't catch.
It's better to catch it now than the walls are all up. And then I'm like, oh, I should have said something that one time. Now it's another 20 times 3 grand.
Yeah, because we weren't planning on doing the windows. And then those windows are so weird. They're like all these different shapes. So we're like, you know what? We got to make it uniform. This is the time to do it while everything's opened up.
Yes.
It's the time that you fix it.
Yeah.
You know, so it is what it is.
I'm curious because I need some guidance. You know, everyone always likes a good referral. Does anyone have a good landscaping and hardscaping company? Because we've gotten a few quotes and I just feel like not so much price, but even just experience is on the line too. I want someone who knows what they're doing. So We have someone in mind, but I always want to get second and third opinions. So please hit me up. Let me know if you have anyone, please.
Right. And we're always letting you guys know, like, the good. Let's talk about the bad a little bit.
Right.
Do you want to talk about how terrible Savannah Windows is?
You just put them on blast, by the way.
Yes, that is Savannah Windows. You guys can find them on Yelp or Google.
Not very good. Horrible experience. Definitely not what we signed up for. But we're still in the process of getting everything taken care of. So let's just like hold off on too much trash talking until we finally have it resolved.
So I'm just going to give you guys a quick version of this. Whenever you're going to get something done, you got to ask questions, right? Because we thought we had a lot of questions.
Right. But more things come up because we're not experts in Windows. We didn't know that we're going to have more questions once they started until it was an issue, right?
Right. What it's done for me, do you remember when we bought our first house together? Mm-hmm. How was that experience?
Which part?
With our realtors,
our realtors, I don't even think they showed us everything on the market. During those times, it was kind of dinosaur days. The MLS was there, but we didn't have realtor.com or Zillow. Like, we couldn't go online and see what was actually on the market. We relied on a realtor to show us what was available. And we took their word for it that they were showing us everything that was available.
Right. But how was your overall experience?
Then we get the keys and there's dog doo-doo in the house. And I was not happy about that.
You weren't happy.
Because it wasn't like little turds. They were like ginormous doo-doos.
Right. But regardless, the point is you weren't happy with the first experience, right?
No.
Now, did that first bad experience motivate you at all? Or did it get you, did it help you when you became an agent?
Absolutely. I never want my clients to feel that way. This
Ever.
is like a huge investment, probably the biggest investment anyone will make in their life, buying a home, right? And it's their first home or second, whatever it may be, or dream home. You want that experience to be memorable in every good way possible. You don't want to walk in the first day and then there's horrible things happening to the house, or getting up into getting the keys. It was such a struggle, or there was so much drama involved. No, that's not what I want our clients to ever experience.
Exactly. That's what this has done for me.
Right.
I'm not saying we're going to do this, but in the back of my head, I'm like, I can make this experience so much better for our clients, right? When they're going to make some renovation to their house. Right. It's so easy to make the experience
really
good.
It all boils down to communication.
Transparency.
Right? And transparency. Do what you say you're going to do.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, what I take pride in, what we do as real estate agents, with buyers or sellers, we walk them through the process.
Right.
Here's what to expect. We get into contract. Here's all the milestones that we're going to face.
Right.
Here's all the things that are expected of you. And here's all the things that you should expect from us.
And here are some potential issues that may arise and how we'll address them if they do come up.
Correct. So I think if construction was done that way, you hear this horror stories about you give a contractor money and then he disappears, never shows up again. Or he says it's going to be done in 2 months and it's 6 months, right? Or obviously put it together, a couple of months later, it's broken, whatever he did, right? So you hear all these horror stories and I don't know. I think
we've experienced all.
We've experienced all those things.
Except for they haven't run off with our money because we haven't paid them yet.
Because we know contracts.
Because we're like, nope, I'll pay you when you're done doing the work.
Part of me is like, you know what? I want to take on this little venture, but we'll see.
Ay. Well, since we are talking about real estate, Santa Clarita update. There are currently 494 homes on the market. That's 225 homes that are currently in escrow on top of that. And 200 homes have already sold in 2025. Is that like on point for the norm? Because it seems like that's a lot more homes on the market than there's been.
It's a few more homes on the market. The average on that we didn't see is the average home that's out of the 494 that's been on the market. The average days on market 71 days.
Oh, okay.
It's a lot.
Oh, yeah, that is a lot.
Homes are sitting there, and the reason being is sellers always want more than the most, right?
Right, of course.
I get it. They deserve it. Yeah. They deserve the most. But what sellers need to realize is there's the buyers out there that really want to buy. First of all, a lot of them are discouraged,
right?
Because the prices are high.
Yeah. And the rates have not come down. A lot of people have been sitting here on the sidelines waiting for the rates to come down. They've been hearing all this hype about, oh, the Fed's lowered the rates. I think a lot of people are getting tired and they want to just get into a home.
Yeah. So that's another thing. The rates are higher, the prices are higher, and now insurance cost is higher as well.
Yes.
So it's more expensive to get into a home. And I saw something earlier today that was saying like in 1973, the rates were 7.47, whatever, right? But similar to what they are today.
Right.
And they were like, people said, "Oh, we're just gonna wait. The market slowed down. We're just gonna wait until the rates come down." And I wasn't alive back then, so I don't know. But they're saying that the rates didn't come down until 1993.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
Waiting a long time.
So the people that were
Decades.
waiting, they just were lifetime renters. Property values quadrupled in the 20 years.
Wow.
And that's why I always tell people the
Get
best
in
time
while
to
you
buy a
can.
house is when you can afford to buy a
Yes.
house.
Yes.
You can't time the market. You just got to get in there, make sure you can afford the payment for 30 years because that's how long it takes. And then just, that's the beginning.
Yes. You have to start somewhere, right?
Yes.
Well, so we have our listing on Silverking Trl that is available. If you haven't seen this home yet and you are looking for a beautiful forever home under $1 million, give us a call. It's located in Santa Clarita, and we've been posting a lot about it. But did you want to share quickly what that home is all about? I think it's 4+3.
Sure. It's actually 3+3 with 2 other potential rooms to make it a 5+3 if you wanted to do that with the space. But it's completely move-in ready. Solar panels. It's like $220 for the lease. Brand new AC. Everything's move-in ready. Kitchen's completely remodeled. It's beautiful. So anybody looking for something under $900,000, it's really hard to find right now in a really beautiful area of Saugus.
Yes.
So if you guys want to check that out, I'll probably be having an open house this Saturday. It's a good time to go buy a home.
Yes. Well, in other local real estate news, the first Altadena fire ravished home was sold for $550,000.
Wow.
And that's
so
crazy.
that's probably for the lot.
That's just for the land, yeah. So you just have to wonder, is this going to be a big trend where owners are just looking to get out instead of dealing with insurance companies and rebuilding? I wonder how that's going.
I think so. Just think about what we've dealt with for a year. That's nothing compared to what these people got to deal with.
know.
That's nothing.
I know.
I mean, first of all, just the heartache of going through this.
Right.
I can't even imagine, right? Losing everything. So you're already in a different place.
Right.
Then on top of that, now you got to negotiate with what you know your house is worth. Maybe you knew your house is worth $1.2 million.
Right.
But now the insurance company only wants to give you $550.
Yeah, that's insane.
Right? Or maybe they got $200,000 for like personal belongings and then another $550. But they lost $500,000 probably on this home.
Right.
I'm just using an example. For sure losing money though if you sell it for
Right.
$550. So now let's say the flip side, I'm going to keep it. It makes more sense. I'm just going to rebuild it. That's not going to happen overnight.
I mean, first of all, they have to make sure that the soil isn't contaminated anymore and it's safe to build on. And then on top of that, you start the building, which could take a year, 2 years, however long it takes. But what if you're lucky, one of the lucky ones, you get it built really quickly, but where are all your neighbors? They're still like struggling to try to build their house. Like, what kind of neighborhood are you living in when there's still destruction all around you?
Well, yeah, but let's
know?
walk through the steps, right? So first you have to negotiate to get the money to rebuild with your insurance company. Then you got to find an engineer to drop your plans
Oh, yeah.
or somebody to drop the plans. Designer. Well, I'm sure those guys are probably charging more money.
Yes. They're seeing that opportunity and they're taking advantage of people, I'm
Or
sure.
or they're telling somebody, yeah, I could do it for $20,000, but I can't start for like 6 months.
Right.
And then they're like, what if you start right now? It's $100,000. You want to jump that's going to happen. This
Right.
is the real life stuff, right? So then you got to get that done. Then you got to get it approved with the city.
Right.
And most of the time, those planners are not the same people that are going to the city to get it approved.
Right.
So you got to deal with that. Then you got to bring in a general contractor. You got to interview those people. That is a lot to do. And then 2 years later, you start construction. How long is it going to take?
Right.
So we're talking about a 3 to 5 year commitment to keep your house.
Right.
And that whole time, you got to pay rent somewhere else
And pay mortgage.
and pay a mortgage. That is rough.
That's hard. And
Heart
probably get
goes
a
out to
new
those.
loan for the construction of perm just to be able to afford the building.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot. I think a lot of people are going to follow suit and just take the buyout and move on.
Oh, man. So sad. Well, looking ahead to next week.
Speaking of sad,
Why are you sad?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
This guy's sad about Valentine. He's sad about his massage. I guess he is sad because he ain't gonna get one now.
No, remember, I'm giving you one first.
Oh,
I'm giving you one first.
but you said you're sad.
I'm
So
just kidding.
happy Valentine's Day, everyone, for this Friday. We hope you all have a great Valentine's Day. Drop us a comment. Let us know what you're doing and what your favorite type of chocolate to gift is. We all know that I don't like Russell Stovers. Yuck.
I'd like to know, what are your favorite Valentine's Day memories or gifts that you received for Valentine's
That's
Day?
true.
I'd love to know that, but keep it PG. This is a family show.
Oh,
I
wow.
don't want to hear nothing crazy. You know what?
Wow.
You would kill me if I did this.
What?
It's hilarious, though. I think it's
boy.
hilarious. But
Here we go.
Maybe women don't think it's hilarious. Have you seen these videos?
Do you
on
like
TikTok?
how he's prefacing all this? I know I'm going to hate it. All right, go ahead.
Have you seen these videos on TikTok where the woman gets home and there's just rose petals all over the house? Have you seen that?
Oh, and it goes to the sink?
Yeah, a sink full of dishes.
Some bullshit. I'll be like, you could wash your own damn dishes. I just made you breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Oh,
fool.
imagine.
Go wash your damn dishes.
Boy. Girl, I washed those dishes today.
No, I'm saying that person on social media.
But anyhow,
Who does that? They really want to like piss somebody off.
I never believed like that. That's not all rehearsed.
Oh no, that's just all staged.
Yeah, but
Someone would get hurt in this house if they did that.
But I'd love to hear about your guys' favorite Valentine's stories.
Yes. My Valentine's stories were always really good because I got to work in the flower shop. Remember, I would work there through the night.
That's right.
We would pull these long shifts just so you could get all the flowers out. And even when I wasn't working at the flower shop, I'd go back to help.
You go back to
because
help them. That was your
I knew
people.
that's like Valentine's Day and Mother's Day are not fun for florists. I mean, for the owners, they are because they get paid. But the people working there, I mean, they're working hard. The owners are working hard too if they're a good owner. But shout out to Charmaine. I know she's since retired and sold her business. She is the best florist out here, Charmaine's florist. I love her.
Yeah, you guys had a good crew in there.
Yes. It was like family. It was like a second family. You know it's like family if you go back and you're not even working there anymore just to help on Valentine's Day and Mother's Day.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So send out some love if you know anyone who works at a flower shop because they're going through it right now. And with the rain, deliveries in the rain. Oh, I remember Valentine's Days in the rain. They weren't fun.
So I guess I didn't really get you anything that was memorable enough for you to remember.
No. I worked at a flower shop. Like, what you gonna get me?
I mean, I remember Cori telling me from a young age, we've been together, you guys, 28 years now, coming up, I think in May. Or March. 28 years.
28 years.
And then in May will be our 20th wedding anniversary.
Wow.
But
I need a trophy for that.
That's for luckiest wife of 20 years. But I remember you telling me.
I need a trophy for that.
Right.
Like this, Robert, right?
I remember you telling me, don't
When
get
you give
me
hints
roses.
about jewelry, I want this. I need a trophy for that.
I tried to take you in, remember?
I know. Chris did try to upgrade my ring. What was that, like 2 or 3 years ago?
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I don't need this big old ring. Then it takes away the sentimental value. I'm such a good wife. I'm so frugal.
The best.
Why do you sound so sarcastic?
I just pay you a compliment. The best wife.
You're getting me that trophy too?
Yeah, girl, I'm gonna get you a
Okay.
trophy for Valentine's Day.
Well, Tanya said flowers and chocolate covered strawberries are her favorite
Okay.
Valentine's Day gift. Oh, I love chocolate covered strawberries.
Do you really? I'll
They're
just throw some
yummy.
chocolate on the ones we have downstairs. Those are organic.
No, you don't just throw chocolate on them. That's not how it works, buddy.
I'll just heat it up on the stove and then just throw it on there.
I would love to see you try to do that.
Right, I'm
That's
gonna do
not
it.
how it's going to work.
It's gonna work just fine.
Wolfie's fine, honey. Wolfie's just fine. No, I don't think so. But I don't ever drop hints about gifts because you know what? I just get them myself. I don't need you to buy me nothing.
Okay. I mean, We've been together too long.
Too long now. Now it's too long.
Listen, let me finish my sentence.
Wow. Okay.
We've been together too long.
Too long again.
To have to hint at buying each other anything. If I want something, I'm gonna go get it. Like
no, he's like, oh, he sends me links. Here, this is what I want. Get that for me.
Well, that's for like a birthday gift or something. Because you're always like, oh, I never know what you want. You don't want anything. So then I'll send her stuff, and then she doesn't buy it.
Really? I don't buy it?
Yeah. So there's this.
Wow.
There's this.
Okay, this is new.
There's this foot thing.
Oh, he wants to talk about this foot thing. I've bought you everything else. Okay, has everyone seen this foot thing on social media where it's supposed to get rid of the toxins in your body? And they put this thing in a thing of water, and it's like this metal machine that's supposed to like ionize the water, and there's like some type of solution in
all
there.
These weird things come out of people's
and it
feet.
shows like, oh, all this stuff comes out of your feet, like these heavy metals and stuff. And I'm like, oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah, I want to get all that stuff out of me.
Yeah, I'll get that for you. But you know, I'm going to research the product and find out, is this legit or is this thing just like some fake thing on Instagram? Because there are companies, just so you know, that just try to get your billing information and they don't send you nothing that's real, that's actually going to take toxins out of your body. So then I go and I pull it up and they're like, do not buy this. That orange stuff that's at the bottom of that water bin
it's
with
rust.
Someone's foot is rust from the thing they're sending you. And I sent that to him. And do you know he has sent this to me 3 other times? Oh, get this for me. I'm like, did you not read my last message back to you? That is rust, honey.
Shooting down my dreams.
Wow. Okay, I'm going to get you this rust machine. But I'm going to use your credit card, not mine.
Oh, like it's
so
much
I can steal
different.
my information.
Like it's much different.
Go create a whole nother identity with your info.
Oh, yeah. This is exact.
Is this the reason that's the one you wanted? Oh my god!
I just wanted to get her riled up. I knew it was going to turn into this. I mean, there's not really much I ever want, and then whatever I want, she gets it for me.
Oh, Chris wants to get himself a Tesla robot for Valentine's Day.
Oh, I would love one.
No,
I'm getting one as soon as it comes out. I'm getting one.
Okay.
Could be my new little friend.
Your robot could rub your feet too.
Oh, I'll teach. I'm gonna teach her to rub my feet
and make some toxin releaser for your feet. Oh my goodness! So this weekend after Valentine's Day and everyone's showing the love, you know what? Maybe someone will go get a house for Valentine's Day and visit you during the open house on Silverking because you're going to be there this weekend, right?
Absolutely. You know how we do it. Yes, we'll be there this weekend. Come on down. Maybe I'll have like some little Valentine's Day treats, some leftovers.
So Chris has been bringing Portos to the open houses. And let me tell you, it's very popular. So if anyone wants some yummy treats, come on over to Silverking this weekend. He's going to be there on Saturday. Have you decided the times?
Not yet.
Okay.
But you don't want to have some Portos?
Okay, he'll have some Portos there. And what do you all have planned for your 4-day weekend? I would love to hear about it because this is the first time in a long time where you have Valentine's Day that lands on a Friday, which is awesome.
Pretty cool.
And you have President's Day weekend. So a lot of people are getting out of town, going away, or they have like staycations planned. We're going to Disneyland.
Maybe.
What do you mean maybe?
So we told our friend, our little Disney buddy this morning that we were going to Disneyland on Sunday. And she was like, oh my gosh, it's going to be so packed there. And then I was like, it might be packed there.
People will probably be out of town. They're going to be somewhere else. They're not going to be at Disneyland.
We'll see. Nah, we're going. As long as it's not pouring rain.
It's not going to rain on Sunday.
We're going to go.
So
it'll be fun. Look, what I love about it, that since we go a lot, if it's really packed, I'm just going to do stuff that the people don't really care to do. Like, I'll be in the Animation Academy drawing pictures all damn day.
Yes.
It's so much fun.
It is fun. It's chill.
We'll have a good time.
Yes.
I'm excited about it.
Anytime I go to Disneyland, it's a great time, which reminds me, I need to send a thank you to our really good friends who hooked us up with that VIP tour.
VIP.
There was so much going on after that. There was a huge fire, the Hughes fire. And
it was going on the day that we were there.
There was just a lot going on. So now I feel really bad because I haven't sent them anything to say thank you. But I'm going to reach out to them today to show my gratitude. And then on Sunday's Disney. Monday, we have a birthday party So that's going to be fun at MB2.
MB2.
So that's going to be a lot of fun.
What's everybody else doing out there for your 4-day weekend?
Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear about it. And what else we got? I'm going to take Nola to get her hair cut on Saturday.
That's nice.
She loves to go get pampered.
She loves to go with you to get pampered.
I know. She's excited to see Sil. So shout out to Sil. She's one of our amazing friends and our hairstylist. She is the sweetest. You know, Chris reached out to her to find out if she could do a house call for one of our really good friends. And she went out there. Friend/family. And she's unable to get out of the house, you know, due to health conditions. And Sil's so sweet. She went out there to help her out.
She's going to go out.
Oh, she's going out.
She hasn't been out yet.
Was it tomorrow?
It's booked. No, it's like next week.
Next week. Nice. So she's amazing. Thank you, Sil. We love you.
Grazie.
Well, everyone, that is going to be our show. Thank you again for hanging out with us here on R&R, Relationships and Real Estate. Be sure to catch us weekly on Facebook Live, or you can watch the show on YouTube. And to listen anytime you want, you can download full episodes on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music. We're your hosts, Chris and Cori Silva, and we will catch you next week. Bye.